if somebody could talk about like the differences between being homeless as a man and homeless as a woman.
Oh, God.
So can you say anything about that?
Well, I mean, there's obviously more threat for women than there is men. I don't know why that is, actually. But, sexual predators, there's a lot more. Like, people sit in the woods and watch the girls for days and stalk. Like, this last, probably 3 months ago, I had a guy from Wisconsin camp up on top of me. I didn't even know that he was there. And he ended up being wanted in Wisconsin. He got 44 years for that.
So how did you get out of that situation?
I didn't. I did not sleep at all. And I told the cops that I had a bad feeling about him. I didn't know that it was that bad. But that's common that the boys will just, like, sit in the woods and watch. Like, if they're single girls especially. It's really creepy.
So you feel like you're being kind of stalked.
Well, it's like stalking, but only I think they don't see it that way because they have nothing else to do because they probably live in the woods too.
Would you say have you ever been in a situation where nobody did anything?
Yeah. Yeah, quite a few. Probably more so than people do something.
So what do you do to protect yourself?
I practice a lot of different kinds. I'm very tough, but I like my stick fighting best.
Yeah, I don't think like ability to fight is like a gender thing.
No.
But
To protect yourself, I think. Defense. But also sleep, like that's the poopy part of it. Because if you sleep, that's when they usually get you. So you can't sleep until they go away.
well, do you ever adjust your sleep schedule around that?
I don't. I like to go to sleep around 5 in the morning because usually they're long gone. I've only had like 3 there, but that's in 2 years, so that's not really that bad. But that guy was scary. Yeah, if they're even up there, because I didn't know he was up there for the longest time.
Predatory people can be that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Scary.
But do you consider yourself to be like kind of a solo act, or do you group with other people to?
I don't really group with anybody. Sometimes I'll come in and camp at the same spot, but never in the same camp really. Deegan is about the only person I get along with, like that I could cohabitate with.
Uh-huh.
I think it's just weird enough, but I don't know. It depends on the people, but a lot of people aren't busy enough, I guess. Oh, there is. Well, I think if we had to move out, like they're trying to get everybody out of the city, I think then I'd probably have to camp with people, or at least close to. But this way, like if I'm in city camping, then I always like try to set my spot within 10 minutes of a person that I know. Like a 10-minute walk, yeah.
Has anybody in the community ever offered like a safe contact point?
No. No, that's a good idea though. Really.
I mean, I know they're trying to say like in instances of like documentation and having mailing addresses and things like have people in the community that could be a safe contact. I'm wondering if
that's a really good idea.
Anything like that has happened.
No. Yeah, it used to be like even 2 years ago, people were a lot more, but because the homeless, a lot of travelers come through now, and they kind of block like the locals with the travelers. The travelers can be like really destructive, and because they don't care, they're just traveling through. But so, say like I might have been 3 years ago, but there was a lot of like homeless regulating homeless. The crime wasn't near as what it is now, and everybody kind of helped each other. Like the community was community. You were here, weren't you? It's cold. Like the homeless people don't. They used to hang out all together, like at a certain spot, and it would change randomly. And they regulated each other. Like there wasn't a whole bunch of like crime, like stealing, like it is now. It's crazy.
Well, I think what I understand is places that are most successful are self-regulated.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you can't have people like city authorities telling you what to do.
Especially, I respect them, but we cannot have the same laws that people behind walls have because it's just not the same out here. It isn't like I can't think of a law right now that pertains, but you can't live the same way as somebody does on the inside.
So how do we achieve that?
I don't know. I've been researching and trying different things the whole time, like since I came out, but I don't know. A lot of people really want to do something or help, but they just don't know how to reach out, or I'm not sure. I think we should have like just a general discussion, not necessarily a meeting. I've been homeless for 2 years, but I've been studying, or like I used to have a honey-do list for the homeless people. Like a lot of times they didn't have like clothes for interviews or something, but I started getting really packed. But I had a notebook and one backpack for all of them, and they just fill in what they needed. And so I got really kind of good at it for myself by the time I was out.
Right. So when you get really good at something, that's a skill you've got.
It helps.
That could help other people.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go with that? How long do you think?
I don't know. I want to, well, I'm waiting for Noah, but That was like a year and a half. They said a year and a half, but I'm still number 33 and it's been 2 years. So we'll see. But I don't want to go back inside unless I know for sure they can't take it away from me again. You know, I'd rather buy an acre. I do, so dumpster diving, a lot of dumpster dives are so lucrative on eBay. So I just sell on eBay and I stack my money. I want to buy 1 acre and that's all I really care
Oh,
about.
wow. So you have a plan. Like,
Mostly.
how long do you think that'll take?
I don't know. It's sad because so I moved in with 2 people because they were my eBay people. They wanted me to move in. But what ended up happening is they stole all my eBay stuff and kicked me out. It was crazy. I don't know. I think it's a thing that they do or something. Because it was 2 different kinds of people. I don't even think they ever spoke to each other. It's crazy.
But maybe this kind of just reflects changes in society in
Oh,
general.
definitely. Definitely. Society is technology, I think, mostly. It's bad. Just because it's so instant. And like, people don't communicate. Like out here, we have to communicate all the time. Or, I don't know.
Well, you have a leg up on that.
Mm.
You have skills that other people maybe aren't using.
You think? Coconut line? It worked good. It works very well, I mean. It does, honestly. And I don't know. It seems like when you start using stuff like that, people kind of come together more. Solidarity, you know? Oh, no. But I mean, like, communication. Just communication. Mostly. I don't know if very many people talk to each other. I don't think they do. Totally. Well, and just different points of view because we don't see necessarily people who are, like, mad about homeless people. But because I was outside or inside before, I totally see what they're saying. But they don't know why homeless people do what they do necessarily. You know, like, for instance, I got kicked out of the hospital stuff. I told you that part, right? Okay, but there's a bunch of mess in there. Mind you, they did the same thing to the other people who were camping. So the camp people leave, but they're trespassed, so they can't go back in and clean the garbage. Then they get a ticket for offensive littering, and everybody's complaining that they litter everywhere, but they don't have a choice.
What do you think is the real ulterior motive in that? Because it doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy. It's awful. I don't know. Well, okay, so usually you get a 24-hour notice, or they're really kind with police. They will give you longer, but this particular people call the cops over and over. I think the alternative is just to, if they're trying to clean it up, maybe let them clean it up. Or we need more dumpsters, though, like more garbage cans for sure. Maybe more restrooms, because I think a lot of that is bad.
What extent do you think you are committed to seeing this done right?
A lot. Shit. I would say 75. I would like to say 100, but I dory out a lot.
Like, do you think at this point, you've got a lot of buy-in in advocating for homeless people?
I could, if I was focused. I have very good perspective, I think, or a good grip on it.
Uh-huh.
And I think I understand most of them.
That type of thing?
Exactly right.
You know?
Yeah, that's smart. I don't know. We should just try workshops or something. Like, not a workshop, but like a meet and greet, for instance, where we just have like a party with homeless people. And they need to be acclimated to like homeless people and realize that they're not what they necessarily. Because some people are just, they think it's like the biggest discrimination right now, I think, currently, is against homeless people. Or maybe AIDS. Oh gosh, no. My days are always changing. But, I don't know. So, I'm trying to get my kids back. That's why I'm going to get Noah. Because there's 2 in Wisconsin. 1 is here, but she's 19. And 2 in the Dalles, Oregon, and 1 in Wisconsin. So they're really spread out. But I could probably have them out here, but I don't want to necessarily. Because it's so unstable. But so I would say that would probably be my story. I'm just working, trying to make money to get my kids. Yeah, that too. Holy moly. It's impossible. I mean, it's not impossible at all, but like if there's 3 days of rain or something, you're screwed. You're so screwed. I have really good, Vern, you met Vern, right? He has tons of information in that brain, but he will help you, like set up camp so that you're waterproof and all that good stuff. But before I even thought to ask him, I did not. I thought it was waterproof. Out all my clothes have cords. Not of, know.
So when it rained, how far did that set you back?
Oh, I had to throw most of my clothes away, only because they were like ruined. In there, the clay you know, the woods are almost all clay in Astoria, so the clay kind of does not come out of your clothes at all. It sucks.
It ruins your clothes.
Well, I mean, you could wear them, but not really to court. Or like, if you needed an interview, you couldn't wear them now. I don't think you can really, because until you have like a stable, you have to first of all be able to, or make sure that you can have a phone, or you know, and then also make sure that you can get to work on time, because a lot of these people haven't worked in so long. Like, I still remember what it's like to go to work, but a lot of them haven't worked 10 years or something. So they gotta have like, I don't know, maybe landscaping or something, little bits at a time. I agree. Volunteer service.
Volunteer services.
Yeah, I try to volunteer, but like, I can't show up anywhere on time. I can, but it's very hard. Oh God, and then the harder I try, the worse it is.
You must be really busy.
No, it's not that. It's that because like for us, our day's so much the same every single day. You know, we don't have to, like, we don't really have a whole bunch of connection with the, like, inside world. Like, we don't see TV or hear the news. So it's like one day. So a week feels like one day. So the time passes so fast. You know, so fast that you have no concept of how fast the time is passing. Really, like an hour. 2 minutes, it feels like. Well, I don't think it's disadvantage. It's good to be conscious of it, but it's nice to not be too. Very much so. I think just the stigma. Just like, I don't know how, because people make some really good points, but I don't think that they're open to either witness, experience, or like see another walk of life, really. They're not open to it. So you can't really, but if you could fix that, I think everybody would be okay. Not so much. I did before when I was inside mostly, because I tried to make them go to probation and all that stuff, because I would forget, and I do forget sometimes. But I think that might have been it. I felt really bad for them because they did try, but they never did make it. If I would show up, though, they'd go with me. Mm-hmm. Did you ever see the time bank? There's one in Astoria. There was. I don't think that's still a thing.
No. What is it?
You could do a service, like a volunteer or something for anybody, and then you break up an hour or two, and then you could pick a service from any one of these people that were in the bank. The same amount of time. It was cool. I don't think it lasted that long. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it.
It was cool.
That seems like something that needs to happen.
It does. And also, I think, kind of joins people together, because then they get to know each other that way.